Craig, we're going to talk about that time Ozzy Osbourne snorted a line of ants with a Mötley Crüe.
Oh my god, there's a little thing.
There's a picture of 80s Ozzy.
Sean!
This is well before.
Ants
I mean,
again.
there's plenty of people that just, they never knew him as like, you know, like I was born in the 80s, so I didn't know him as like the 70s crazy Black Sabbath Ozzy.
Yeah.
He was like, he only really came into prominence, which is sad by saying this, but with
that stupid reality
show. Yeah. And by then it was almost, he was like a cartoon, so,
Come on,
character.
Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, Kelly, what's wrong?
And I just thought, man, even if you're like a rock god, you still have to have, like, it's all the terrible suburban dad stuff that happens to you.
Yeah, all that, and he's like dressed in black, but he still has to like
take out the trash.
Yeah,
and, like the dog shits in the house.
He's like, oh, Sharon, I'm the Prince of Darkness. Why do I have to clean it up?
What I'm saying is that I can relate.
Yeah. To the Prince of Darkness? Yeah,
Beelzebub.
This man ate a live, or he didn't eat it, but he bit a live bat's head off.
Yeah.
Maybe he was dead.
He did that with a bird, too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Like a raven or something?
No, just the raven.
Quoth the raven nevermore.
I think it was a dove. Bird of peace.
A dove. Robert Plant was always like releasing doves during Led Zeppelin shows, wasn't he? Like it's the climax of Stairway. He just opens his hand. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're just empty, and then all of a sudden,
out of nowhere.
Oh my god! It's like the what is it? The Prestige.
Yeah.
That rubber ball.
Robert Plant has the prestige.
He's a great magician. A lot of people don't know that about him, but Robert Plant was always playing tricks on people.
Oh my god.
All right, so this is Ozzy Osbourne and the Ants. All right. If sex, drugs...
Was that a punk side project he had?
Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne and the Ants?
If sex, drugs, and rock and roll are the main ingredients of a great rock story, then Mötley Crüe's oral history, The Dirt, Confessions of the World's Most Notorious Rock Band, has it all. My favorite story in the book is recounted. All right, this guy's talking.
Yeah, this is a famous like rock biography.
Yeah, the Dirt. It's actually
Crüe.
quite good. I read it
The Crüe.
when I was a teenager.
Yeah,
probably shouldn't have. But it's pretty good if you want to hear about debauchery and drugs and just horrible shit.
Craziness.
That's the book.
They're American, right?
Mötley Crüe, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the story starts at a sunny afternoon at a Florida resort/hotel. It always happens in Florida.
Yeah, definitely.
Where Ozzy and the Crüe had stopped on a tour. Ozzy is wearing a dress that he had stolen from the purse of an elderly woman earlier on. It's due to some antics in the bar.
A sorceress.
Yeah, the Ozzy Crüe entourage is hanging by the pool when they run out of cocaine. When Nikki Sixx tells Ozzy there's no blow left, Ozzy insists to be handed a straw.
He doesn't get it.
What do you mean? In Nikki's words, I handed him the straw, and he walked over to a crack in the sidewalk and bent over it. I saw a long column of ants marching to a little dugout built where the pavement met the dirt. And as I thought, no, he wouldn't, he did. He put the straw on his nose and, with his bare white ass peeking out from under the dress like a sliced honeydew, sent the entire line of ants tickling up his nose with a single monstrous snort.
What a fucking nut.
He stood up, reared back his head, and concluded with a powerful right nostril sniff that probably sent a stray ant or two dripping down his throat. Then he hiked up his sundress, grabbed his dick, and pissed on the pavement. Without even looking at his growing audience, everyone on tour was watching him while the old woman and the families on the pool deck were pretending not to. He knelt down.
Pissing on the old women?
He knelt down and, getting the dress soggy in the piss puddle, lapped the piss up.
What?
He didn't just flick it with his tongue. He took a half dozen long, lingering, and thorough strokes, like a cat. Then he stood up and, eyes blazing and mouth wet with urine, looked straight at me and said, "Do that, Sixx."
Beat that, Sixx. They may as well call me 7, right? I'm better than you now.
Thank you, sir. I might have another.
It's like, yeah, you proved a point, Ozzy, I think.
I think that's
You
as
believe
far
you
as
proved a point.
as far as ant sniffing and piss drinking goes.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
That's probably the best story I've heard.
That's a pretty good outcome as far as ant sniffing and piss licking goes.
Word.